I keep trying to tell me. Woo. Alright, here we are today with the 2021 Street Glide, and you can see my girl is just dirty. So we're gonna try to give her a good bath today. I normally use my Harley products. I mean, I even got a bucket. I got the bug scraper thing. Products that I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use this here, the bug remover, and I have the Sunwash bike soap. Alright, so we can see all the nasty bugs that have been smashed onto old girl. So we're gonna get all that stuff off. First, I'm gonna just wipe the bike, or wet the bike down with the water hose, handy dandy water hose, and then I'm gonna spray the bug remover on, let that sit for about a minute or two, and then I'll use this guy to scrub the bugs off. So then after that I'll go through the bike with a little soap, rinse it off real quick, then I'll hit it with the polish spray, shine it back up again. What else? Oh, plus I use my leaf blower to dry everything off. Forgot about that piece. But alright, so let's get to it. Yeah, the only part that sucks about this was I meant to get out here early and do it. It's a little overcast, so I try not to wash the bike in the sun. That's why I'm just gonna make it really fast. Because like I said, you just shouldn't wash your bike in the sun. You need to wash it in the shade. Now I got, you know, the covers and all that other shit, but I just don't feel like taking any of that stuff out. So anyway, let's get to it. Now this stuff here is water activated. Yeah, so this part here is water activated. So you put a little water on the bike, you know, rinse off the little soiled areas, and then spray the bug remover and let it sit for a while. Let's check this stuff out. What I normally do is, since I'm only going to do half the bike at a time, I'm going to wipe it down with a wet rag. Then I'm going to hit it with the leaf blower. To dry it off. And that's that. So now the front of the bike looks nice and clean. And then of course I'll repeat this on the rest of the bike, the middle of the bike, then the back of the bike, do the wheels. Probably should have did that first. So I'll probably end up having to spray this again, so I can get those wheels cleaned. But that's pretty much how I wash the bike. Anyway, I'll show you the finished product when I'm done. So that's pretty much the finished product. Well, almost finished product. I still got to go through the polish spray and shine it all up again. But then what I do is I go through and I rub down any pieces that I think I missed. I have the dryer here in my hand. And just turn it back on. it. I just make sure that the rag that I'm using is another wet rag. Wet one, not dry. I shouldn't say wet, more like damp. And I just keep wringing it out. I just keep wringing it out. And I just keep wiping the bike down until I get it the way that I want it. And right now, I'm all good. So now I'll get the polish spray and polish her up. Get her shining again. And then we are done. Alright, then once I'm done with the soap and the water and wiping it down, I come behind it with this stuff, this spray cleaner and polish. I'm telling you, you gotta have this. This is some good stuff here to polish your bike back up to make it look like a Harley showroom. Make it look just like you're sitting on a Harley showroom floor. Now again, you're not supposed to do this in the sun. So the sun is kind of going in and out of the clouds. So I'm just gonna do it real quick. All right. Good. So here we go. Finished product. Nice and shined up. Looks good to me. Well, anyway, time to go riding. What up, YouTube? Back again. And what I got today is something from CIRO. So, open this guy up. See what we got. We got foot pegs. You can see this. Gloss block from CIRO. And that's a handy dandy part number. 61425. Twin rail foot peg adapters. That's what they call these guys. And then we got some frame mounted adjustable highway pegs. So these frame mounted ones, they get attached underneath here and they hang out about there. So since I'm 5'7", 8-ish, depending on what I got on, this should make it a little more easier, because I've had pegs up here before, but you know, you gotta have here and kind of wrap around, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. The only thing with these adjustable ones is when you have them on, when you have your adjustable ones on and they're sitting out here, you know, if your bike was to tip over, these are going to bear the brunt of that tip long before it hits the crash bars. You know, that's almost like these lowers, they stick out a little further than the actual crash bar too, so this would actually be impacted as well. But whatever. It is what it is. We just keep buying shit when we say we're not gonna buy any more stuff. But of course I keep buying stuff. So we're gonna put these guys on. Shouldn't be that hard. I also have a tour pack coming. So we'll get that installed. CIRO is pretty good with the packaging. Model number for this guy, for the actual adjustable rails, is 99074. And then you have 60120 and 61425. So I guess any of those numbers should get you where you need to be. So let's do a little unboxing. See what do we got. Alright. Got nothing in there. I guess we have our adjust. Okay, so we have one rail, and then we have the other rail, Try not to do my usual installing stuff backwards. It's hot out here today, so you may hear the fan going. And we have some more bolts and our handy dandy instructions. Box that up. Get it out of the way. We got that stuff. Then we have our instructions. You know how we do, men. We'll take our instructions. We take our instructions, we fold them, then we throw them to the side. Because we're so smart that we never need them. Yeah, I'm only kidding. Yeah. So the first thing that we'll do is underneath here. So excuse the noise of me taking loose the camera. First thing we do is underneath here. We remove these, I believe these two screws there. I believe those are the two we need to remove. I believe it's those two. Not 100% sure until I get the instructions again. But anyway, we're going to take off two of the screws here, and then we're just going to do the attachments, and that's that. So once I get into it, I'll come back. So I did decide to put this on the jack just so I can get the bike level, or at least so I can work on both sides of the bike when I take off those two screws. I mean, I could have drove it into the bike chalk too, which would have kind of held it in place as well and had it a little higher, but I just figured I'd just throw it on the jack. So like I said, we'll get down here, we'll take off these two screws here, one which is supporting the driver floorboard, and then the other support screw that's behind that one. So again, I'll just show you those 2 screws. Sound like an old man getting down here, but it should be this screw and that screw. So this will release this support, and then we'll use that screw as well. So of course, if I'm wrong, I'll come back and tell you, but it should be these 2 screws. And this one has a little nut behind it, I believe. But anyway, we'll break these guys loose and we'll get this stuff set up. All right, back at you. All right, so back again. So you actually take this support bracket off that's supporting the floorboard. So you just take that off, and then the piece that comes in the kit is going to replace it. You're going to reuse this top bolt here, but this bolt down here, you're going to use the one that came in the kit. So you'll use the bolt, the lock washer, and then the flat washer, and then just stick it in and tighten it up. You also reuse this screw here, which kind of supports the top of this. So when you loosen this up and loosen this up, this kind of swings free, but this is the one that kind of holds it in place. So I actually had to break out the torque wrench for these 2, and I torqued it down to, I think it's between 36 and 42, so I think I did 40. So I did 40. So that's that, at least on this piece. And then, you know, since I have the lowers on, it is a bit of a pain in the ass to get to this particular screw, but if you lift this guy all the way up, you should be able to get something on there so you can hold it, and then just use a wrench back here in the back to loosen that guy up. Or if you have I guess an Allen, you can stick in there as well to kind of hold it while you take it to loosen this, because it's really not that tight. But anyway, that's putting the support bracket back on to get this nice and tight, and now we'll put on the extension piece. So that's it. So all in all, when I get finished with this side, it probably takes 30 minutes a side. It's just that I'm taking my time, drinking water and beer and bullshitting. But here we go. But like I said, if you do have lowers, you know, it should extend a little bit past the lowers, so you should be okay. But the only problem that I did have was getting to this particular screw right here, which is really, like I said, just lift that guy up and you should be good to go. And that's only because I have the lowers on already. All right, see you in a few. All right, back. So like I said, it didn't take long to install these adjustable pegs, but like I said, they do sit a little bit outside of the crash bar. So if you do go down, this is going to take a lot of the hit. So, you know, just be aware of that. You know, they say that this doesn't, they also say that this doesn't affect your lean angle when you're leaning down, and it doesn't look like it does. I mean, this bracket is basically the same as that one, at least that's the way it looks, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't be leaning down that far anyway, so I don't think I have to worry about that anyway. But this is the way we got it. So now we'll go over and do the other side. I did, like I said, I did break out my torque wrench, and this screw in here was 25 foot-pounds. I think this one was 25 too. This one back here was, I think, 36. This one was 36 to 42. So I kind of like the way it is. The only thing I will say is this little piece here, this little clevis piece that goes right in here. So when you put it in, this flat piece goes towards the back. This flat piece goes towards the back. That's my neighbor with his bike. But the flat piece goes towards the back. and then you'll have this round piece that should sit this way, so that way when you're looking here it looks symmetrical, I guess is a good way of putting it. But anyway, like I said, it's not that hard to install. It's pretty easy. You know, it just took me a little longer because I was out here bullshitting. But yeah, all right, so I'll go over and do the other side now, and we should be good to go. So now I work my way to the other side, and again, I just removed those same 2 screws, and then the 1 screw that was up here holding this holding the driver footrest up. And also, while I'm at it, I was gifted a Guardian bell, so I'm going to install that as well, so stay tuned. And of course, this is what the Guardian bell looks like. So just to keep the road gremlins away. So shout out to my closest brother for hitting me off with one of these. Appreciate you, bro. Alright, so here we are, finished product. This is the other side, done. I may need to do some other adjustments to it, but right now I think that's pretty good. There's our new bell, so we got that on there too. So I think we're looking good. It's this side. And that's this side. And I do notice this side seems to be a little closer, but I'm assuming that's just because of this, because it's not like you could bring this in any closer. Yeah, so I guess that's just the way that it is. But anyway, finished product, and like I said, you know, you have to keep making adjustments until you get it the way that you actually like it. But I think this right now, this will do. And that's it. So like, comment, subscribe. But like I said, it only takes about 30 minutes each side, 30 minutes a side to do it. It's really not that hard of a job. The hardest part may be sometimes getting to certain bolts, depending on where they are, and actually getting some of the bolts off is always interesting. There was one on here that was really tight, and one on the other side that was really tight, but we got it off, and then just torque everything back down. And that's that. Anyway, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.